Hi guys, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about mass and drag in Endless Sky, and these are very useful to know about if you want to figure out how to make a fast fleet. So you're going to want your ships to be quite fast and maneuverable, so it's important to know this. So basically your mass is very easy to see. And that is different on all of these different ships. We've got a shuttlecraft, we've got a scout, a mule, and a headhunter. And all of them are fairly different ships. However, it is always good to have a little bit of information on them. So anyway, as you see, shuttlecraft is very lightweight, whereas the mule is our heaviest vehicle here. One thing we don't have is we do not have the drag factors for the ships immediately available for us, but you can find the information on fandom for them. So shuttlecraft is a drag of 1.8, the scout is 3.9, the mule is 9.1, and the headhunter has a drag factor of 3. So what is mass and drag? Mass is the overall sort of weight that your ship has, and that affects your acceleration and turning, and the drag factor is a number which you divide the thrust by to get the maximum speed of the ship. So I have equipped all of these ships with the same engine, so I'll just show you that now. So here we go. We all have basic ion engines installed in the ships, like so. So basically these are affecting the max speed, the acceleration and turning of the vessels. So for the shuttlecraft, which has got the least, you are getting a nice amount of speed out of having one of these engines attached. You've got decent acceleration, decent turning. The scout, slightly heavier ship, so you've got you're basically affected a lot more in terms of your max speed because of the drag which the scout ship has, and your acceleration and turning are down. For the headhunter, yet again, we are dropping a little bit in terms of our maneuverability and speed. And for the mule, yeah, this brick is not moving at all. Now, one thing to take into account is that the ships can have a certain amount of capacity when it comes to engines. So if we look at our shuttlecraft here, we have a maximum engine capacity of 60. So if we buy another ion engine, we can see that our speed has increased. It's gone up to double what it was. We've got more acceleration, more turning. It's infinitely more maneuverable. If we go to say something like our scout ship, however, we've got a lot more room for engines. So even though you've got a ship that is a little bit clunkier, you can just buy more engines to make the ship faster and more maneuverable. And by knowing a little bit about this, you can kind of figure out how to get a faster ship that will turn and move more efficiently. So for example, the mule, despite needing multiple times the engines in order to go, it has more capacity for more engines and more outfit space. So you can kind of find a way to sort of balance your ships and basically optimize to the best of your ability the maneuverability and speed of all of your ships. Now, when it comes to engines, wouldn't recommend ion engines at all. They are pretty darn terrible. However, you have a large number of different engines in the game, and you can basically customize your ships. Like, for example, this warship that I've got. It's got a high max speed, decent acceleration and turning. I mean, that is a high max speed for a slow, bulky ship. And what we've got is, we've got a good turning, an excellent thruster, and we've got a lot of thrust modules attached just to get the extra speed out of it. I got a little confused by the ion engines, thought it didn't load properly. This is my heavy, bulky, clunky utility ship. That's got a decent max speed on account of having some very good engines put into it. But that's because I've got a large amount of engine capacity and a large amount of outfit space. So it comes down to sort of balancing out balancing out what kind of engines you want and sort of tweaking your ship so that you can get the optimum performance out of it. Anyway, that's pretty much mass and drag in a nutshell. Hope this has been helpful for you. And just so you can see how cool my little super ship is, it's doing really pretty well at the moment. Although you can see that despite the fact that it's got massive amounts of thrust on there, the mule is still keeping up. So the mule's actually doing some really well with some pretty bad engines. But then again, it doesn't have anywhere near the capacity for engines that this ship has, because this one's got 173, whereas the mule has got 110, I think. Yes, 110. However, it does mean that you can optimize your fleet a lot better once you know that. Very important to check out the fandom information pages if you want to find out a little bit about the drag factor for all of these ships. But generally, the bigger and bulkier they are, the slower they're going to move. And it's pretty easy to find out which ships will work well in your fleet. It's good to have ships that move at generally the same speed, and usually the faster the better. At least I find that. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful. You have a lovely day, and thanks for joining me. Now I'm going to go and get these guys blown up. Catch you later. Bye.